welcome back to Shay and Jordan Go Boating. That's the name of the podcast. And I'm
I
Jordan.
think so.
I'm Jordan.
And
That's
I'm
pretty,
Shay.
that I'm sure of. Okay. Well,
You
if we've got
are?
that. Yeah.
Well, you've messed that up in the past, so
Doesn't sound like me.
I think you're looking beautiful today.
Yeah. So I'm wearing my new glasses. I got these last week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually have to wear glasses that often. Um, my
Yeah,
eyesight's not particularly bad,
same.
but
They let me get glasses, but my eyesight isn't very bad.
yeah, they let you,
My
huh?
left eye is a little weird. Yeah.
You got astigmatism or something.
No.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
When I got my driver's license, the guy was like, "Do you wear glasses?" And I was like, "No." And then he's like, "Well, it says you do on your license." And then I thought or like on my ID, and then I thought
Hmm.
he was gonna fail me for that, but then he didn't.
That's a really interesting story, Shay, and that's why people come to our film podcast, the movie mapping podcast, where we
Mm-hmm.
map the movies. Um,
I thought you were gonna
and
say
this,
more about why you look nice today.
well, that's the only reason.
Mm. You look
There's no,
like cleaned up and nice and dressed well. Is it because it's a
uh,
nice day?
it's a lovely day out here in sunny California. I mean,
Mm.
sunny London town.
Yep.
Um, it's sunny, it's warm.
It is a nice
I'm
day in
s-
London.
I'm wearing somewhat of a summer fit.
Mm-hmm.
Got my shirt, my short sleeve shirt on.
I never know
Um,
what color your hair is gonna be, how long it's gonna be, if you're gonna have a mustache.
yeah, my hair's
You're
this
looking
long.
great.
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. You look okay. Um,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
no, I already spotted what t-shirt you're wearing, Shay.
Oh yeah, I didn't want you to see yet,
I
but
saw you
it's
sat
fine.
up in your seat a little bit.
I know,
Well,
I
let's
was
let's tease
sad
that
when
for
that
the
happened.
for the
Mm-hmm.
listener at least. Um, so here today we're starting a sort of new strand of our podcast, I'd say. A new mini series, perhaps we'll call it.
Sure.
You sound very enthusiastic about it, Shay, and that's why we love you. I think it's the Americanism of sure, you know? Always sounds a little non-committal.
I hate to commit to anything. Like I'll
Mm.
sort of throw my hat in the ring, but like not fully.
That's why you've rejected my proposal so many times.
I gotta make you work for it.
Mm,
Like, what am I
absolutely. I
paying
have
you
to
for?
I have to earn having two wives.
Mm.
Mm, makes sense, huh?
What do you mean? Like
Um,
I'm your work wife or something?
well, I proposed to you. I just said proposals.
Oh, okay, I get it. I
Yeah, currently
really
you're my work girlfriend, but you're not my work wife yet. Sometimes you just sort of make faces and don't respond. And if I was a more insecure man, it would make me feel very small, I think. You're doing it again.
very
Say
interesting,
something.
Jordan.
Say something, Shay.
Okay, I'll say something.
Um,
Happy
tell them what
Tuesday.
tell them what this fucking new mini series is then, Jesus.
Um, the new miniseries is Blind Spots,
Blind spots. We're
which
calling it blind spots.
I'm surprised you have any. I feel like you've seen every single movie in the world. I'll look up like the most random movie that I assume no one has ever seen, and it's like Jordan has seen and given 1 star. One
uh,
to three.
I've seen a lot of movies in my time, Shay. I've
Yeah.
been watching movies since I was a young teen daily, and there was a
What do
there
you
was a period of my
say?
life where I was watching like four a day. It was great.
What do you say when people are like, "Whoa, you've seen a lot of movies"? Because people even say that to me, and I've seen like 2,000 less than you.
I know, I go, uh-huh. Depends how engaged they are in the conversation. I'll either go, yeah, yeah, quite a lot, huh? Or if I want to, I sort of get into why I've seen so many.
I say I didn't have any friends in high school, and that usually shuts them up.
That yeah, that'll shut them up. They'll be like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what a loser. She's only interesting because she's a loser."
Yeah. Explains a
Mm,
lot.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at a
Um,
bill that I keep forgetting to pay, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta pay
do
that
you want to
bill.
do it right now?
No. It's a good idea,
Is it
but no.
no? That would be quite interesting. You just read out your social security number for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I can do it for you if you like.
Yeah.
What's your social
Do you
security
have
number?
social security numbers in England?
No, we have Issa. What's the what do we call social security numbers here? Say again? National insurance numbers, we call them.
Right.
Your NI number.
NI number.
I'm sorry that that took about 30 seconds to get that answer, but I
That's
was
gonna
wearing
be
headphones and
exciting.
then Issa and Aki both shouted it at the same time, which means that they're listening to the podcast right now as it's being recorded, which I find quite uncomfortable. But that's
Yeah, I
okay. We
mean,
moved.
this is supposed to be like confidential. We'll have to
This
talk
is
about this
yeah.
later.
Well, I'm so sorry.
I don't know about your
I had a
proposal.
dream last night that
Ooh, I had a
I
dream last
was
night as well.
fuck me, man. Let me tell mine first. Jesus. Your manners have gone way downhill recently, Shay.
Maybe it was this movie.
Yeah, you're giving me very Mona energy right now.
Big Mona energy.
Big
She
Mona
inspired
energy.
me. I literally
I
just
don't want to
finished.
I don't want to talk about my dreams
No,
anymore.
please
Let's just
say
get
it.
on to
Please say it. Please.
I was a star of a new Brit Marling show that was about
Mm,
it was about like a murder and I was being investigated.
that all seems quite
But
feasible.
she was giving me the sort of like a rough edit of each episode week by week as we were filming it. And I had seen like 3 episodes and I was just so engrossed. And I was like, this show isn't even fully done yet. And I'm so excited to see what happens, even though I'm in it, you know? So that was my dream. What was yours? You don't fucking
Uh,
remember.
no, I remember. But I'm like, I want to address your thing first, but I don't know what to say except
No, we can move on.
okay. Um, I had a dream that it was like I was like in an alien movie. I mean, like it wasn't a movie. It was just like there were aliens invading the world, and I lived in
Mm,
this house with some people, and we would always hide in the attic if an alien came. This is like
mm.
really intricate. But anyways, there's I was in the attic and I saw an alien coming, and there were people downstairs, and I didn't know how to alert to them that an alien was coming. So then we all got killed, and it was very scary.
There's
And then I
nothing
woke up
less.
in the
No,
middle of
go,
the
go.
night. I woke up in the middle of the night like all freaked out. There's nothing less what.
Okay. No, this confirms. There's nothing less interesting than listening to strangers talk about their dreams.
Yeah, I totally agree. I
But
totally agree with you.
we're not strangers to the people. They love us. Also, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm getting a nice light reflection off of my table right now. It's really lighting me up, giving me a nice glow.
You do
Okay,
look
you're
you
doing that
look
fucking
beautiful
silence thing
today.
again. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Well, I wanted to address, I was thinking about the dream thing, and I was like, yeah, it is boring to hear people's dreams, but
Mm.
I was even bored telling my dream, even though last night it felt very exciting.
Yeah. Same, same. I felt like halfway through me telling you my dream, I was like, I should shut up,
Like,
shouldn't
what
I?
are we doing? We're
Yeah,
telling
what
our
are we
dreams
doing?
now? Well, this is like a
No,
famously
we haven't even
boring thing.
we haven't even gotten into what this is. Okay, so we're doing our blind spots basically, and
Yeah,
I've made a list of movie blind spots, as has Shay, in theory.
I have.
Well, you haven't sent it to me yet.
I haven't. Well, okay,
Um,
I feel a little bit like I don't know how to make it because I haven't seen a lot of movies, I feel like, and I'm like, well, what do I look to like
you look to big name directors you sort of have as a big blind spot, pick one of their movies. You pick a movie that's just like universally acclaimed or something.
yeah, and some of your ones I had overlap.
Oh, cool. That's good to know. Was this an
I was
overlap? Today's?
yes.
Oh, well, interesting today. We started with an Agnes Varda flick, Vagabond.
Mm.
Um, and oh, that's interesting that that was one you hadn't seen as well. I thought maybe you were picking something you would feel sort of cozy and comfortable in.
No, I
Instead,
thought it
you've
would be
got
fun if we had both hadn't seen it.
yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love that. I'm very excited to see your list then. Um, but before we get on to that,
Yeah.
should we have a brief tennis match, if you will?
Oh, I didn't know that we were gonna do that.
We don't have to. You don't look prepared.
I don't feel prepared at all.
Have I blindsided you?
Mm-hmm. You
Well,
Sandra
we can move
Bullocked
on.
me.
I Sandra Bullocked you. I've seen that movie. Have you seen The Blind Side?
Yeah, of
Fucking
course.
awful,
That was a
awful,
big deal
awful
at the
movie.
time. Yeah, very bad. Very, very
I had to
bad.
watch
And
it in my master's at university. How insane is that?
what? Like they were like, you gotta watch this?
It was something to do with like
Like
a
in a homework
Hollywood
assignment?
star. No, I like in class I had to watch
Oh,
it. I
God.
know, I know. Truly insulting. Um, but yeah, Shay, I mean, flip of a coin. We don't have to talk about that today.
Oh, I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Okay, this is a warning to anyone in the rooms adjacent to me. I'm gonna get deep into challenges right now. If you haven't seen it, you might want to go to a different room. Isa?
Has Issa seen it or no?
No, she's not. I'm just gonna double check
Mm,
that she's not there because I don't want to spoil anything.
yeah.
Isa, I'm gonna talk about challenges now. Okay, cool, perfect. She can't hear me. Mark down the time stamp so you can cut out me running away for 30 seconds. Um, challenges. So this is the new movie by Luca Guadagnino, oh
Mm-hmm.
the old Italian fella. And seems people are on two sides of the net about this one.
I feel like people are on one side of the net. Most
I've
people
seen
are
more
liking it.
people come to my side of the net
Oh, I'm
recently,
happy for you.
which is quite I
Including
think
my
we've talked
mom.
about yeah. I love that your mum is on Letterboxd now.
She's killing it on there.
Yeah, she's absolutely killing it on there. But yeah, I thought it was a big fat stinker, Shay, and I was very upset because you had told me it was going to be good. So I went
Well,
and
why
sat
did you
down.
trust me?
Well, I mean, maybe because Genevieve said it was good as
Yeah.
well. I don't know what's wrong with her. Maybe she's going through something right now, or
She's going through horniness, perhaps.
why is it out her on the podcast?
Sorry,
You're saying
Genevieve.
the only people who enjoy this are people who need to get laid, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Follow my mom on Letterbox, by the way. It's Jay
Yes,
Satterley 27.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, so this movie to me was very dumb and stupid, and it
It's
was
good critique.
it was it made me feel quite embarrassed watching it,
Mm,
and I was I don't think any of those three people belong in a movie that purports to be anything erotic because I think they're all very unsexy people.
fuck you.
What? Who?
Zendaya
How?
is unsexy?
Yeah, like no shade to her. I think she seems nice. I just don't think she's a great actor. I don't think she exudes any sort of like uh particular star persona on screen. I think she's pretty weak
Damn.
in this movie. I don't think she really
Damn.
gives
Okay, but
any
you know what
sort of
I will
performance.
say?
She looks 12 years old at all times. So when she's playing this big age range, it's kind of like, huh?
Can I address that, or do you want to just do your whole rant and
No,
then
no, no.
I'll
Address this. Address this.
First of all, I I like Zendaya, but I do not think she's a very good actress. Like I think she
Hmm.
has no range. I think she's good at being going to Euphoria High, but like seeing her as a mother, like I don't really believe it.
No,
Also I
didn't
was
buy it for
talking
a
to my
second.
hmm?
Didn't buy it for a second.
Yeah, I don't think her acting's very good. I think Yeah, I think if she had been a better actress, it would have been a slightly better movie. But um, oh, and I was also talking to my mom about Zendaya yesterday, and she's like talking about how much
Mm.
she doesn't like her, and then she just goes, "I like her butt," and I was like, "True."
Your mum's horny too. This is crazy.
Yeah, but she didn't like it, so I don't know. I don't know about our horny theory.
Yeah, this is true.
Well,
I
she liked
think
it okay.
those two leads are okay, I guess, like at what they're doing, especially Josh O'Connor. He's pretty good. Is his name Josh O'Connor?
Yeah, I that's
He's
my
a good actor.
boyfriend right
He's
there.
a
Yeah,
very
he's
good
really good.
actor.
He's
And
great.
yeah, I think you might have noticed my comment on these sort of like ugly handsome guys coming back into style. Don't really
Do you
understand
think
that.
he's ugly?
He's ugly handsome. It's a different thing. It's where like you have a slightly unusual face that isn't like necessarily typically handsome, but it has some of the characteristics of a typically handsome person, but also the characteristics of someone kind of
Well, I think
ugly.
all God's children are beautiful, so.
Bullshit. Um,
Um,
so it's interesting to me that
I think he's
as
hot.
especially sorry, but especially in this age of like these like Jacob Elordi types, I'm just kind of surprised. Like maybe Josh O'Connor, I get, but the other guy especially, I'm like, I thought they would have gone for a more traditionally attractive man as opposed to someone who's
I
kind
think
of like
that's cool
mannish
though.
looking. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is interesting casting. I don't know.
I'm
Um,
glad it wasn't like two Jacob Elordis, actually, even though I am a fan of
yeah,
Jacob Elordi.
they should have made him play both roles, Jacob Elordi.
Yeah, that would have been
Um,
great.
but yeah,
And then,
the script was whack. The
okay,
visuals were
how
corny
so?
and
Whack
classic
how?
Guadagnino. The dialogue is all off. The pacing is strange, and the time jumps don't work because they rely so heavily on really ugly intertitles that I'm like, what are you doing? Like, let the film either speak for itself, like think of a better way to edit this,
Yeah.
or like do it more subtle. I don't know. It was just really terribly done, and all of the on-screen graphics and stuff were so like corny and tacked on. I was like, why are you showing me something that's clearly a film shot set up like a film and then putting the score down in the bottom corner like it's a TV show? Like, what are you doing? This looks stupid. Um, and then
Don't I don't disagree with that.
towards the end he just goes full anime mode with his directorial
Yes.
choices where I'm like, get a grip. Like, this is not cinema. This is like computer graphics. Like it's ugly. It's ugly and stupid.
It's
There's
fun. It's
no
fun.
tension because it doesn't mean anything. These people are so hollow and boring, and the movie is just dead, man. It's so dead. It's the thing is, okay, I understand its appeal. Like I can understand someone eating this like a piece of candy, you know? Like it's like a terrible piece of candy that's really bad for you that is basically, to me, it just comes off as an elevated version of a Netflix teen drama. Like it doesn't have any spice to it. It doesn't have any smartness to it. It's just someone who has directorial flair directing a script that belongs on Netflix. Like that's just me.
Um, I do think it's a fun piece of candy. Honestly, I don't necessarily disagree with anything you said, but I like all those things about it. I thought it was really fun. It was sexy. I want to marry Josh O'Connor. I thought the ending scene is really fucking fun. I love the
Oh
sun
my
on your
God, just
face.
end. Yeah, I know it's really coming now. Fuck me. I'm gonna.
Oh, and I saw you hated the score. I adore the score. I thought it was just fucking
It
fun.
was stupid. It was stupid. Why have the score like that? Like, why not like have a movie that like exists like a film? Like,
You getting blinded?
yeah, I'm getting blinded, man.
You
It just felt lazy.
lazy. I don't know.
Like, are those scenes so dead without a musical score that they were like, fuck, we have to just go balls to the wall on this thing?
No, I think it was a stylistic choice, and I think it was
Yeah, and one of
fun.
his very Luca Guadagnino wonky ones where it's like, I'm shoving in a stylistic choice without any consideration for how it affects like the larger narrative of the movie.
I think it does affect the
That's been my
larger
problem.
narrative in a
That's
positive
been my
way.
problem. That's been my problem with all of his films. I feel like he has directorial flourishes that like have no substance to them, and he just shoves them in. They don't thematically fit. There's nothing to it. I just not a fan. Thought it
Do
was
you
a
like
stupid
you do you
movie.
like any of his movies?
No.
All right.
No, not that I've seen. I think there's ones that have some better elements. This one did literally nothing for me. I like the first like hour of Call Me by Your Name, as I recall, but
I
not
like
my guy, not my film.
I like A Bigger Splash.
Which is just an unnecessary remake of a very good movie.
A
And
Scene. I
Love
like
is
both.
Seen. Well, I don't like the whole like shoved in contemporary European cinema trope of making it about like immigrants and immigration. Do you remember this?
Yeah, yeah, that is
I'm like
interesting.
I'm like, come on, like you're not your film doesn't have to have a message. This is a stupid thing about like rich people being pieces of shit. Like just let that be it.
Yeah, that's
You're not,
valid.
I'm gonna give you any brownie points for that. Anyway, this isn't about a bigger splash. Do you have any more defenses before we move on to Vagabond?
Mm, my defense would simply be that it's really fun and I enjoyed it and I don't care about rules. I don't care about like film rules or things being stupid or like silly. Like I think I like that it's silly. And
Film rules me. I
I
don't
like
care
that
about
you
film
like
rules.
well, but you're like I can't think of something specific you said, but you'll be like I don't know. I don't know, but I like that you go in the tennis ball. I think it's silly. It's campy. It was fun.
Okay. I feel like this
I'm
episode
really
has a very
excited.
strange energy, huh?
I don't
This
know. I think
episode of our podcast. Or are
you
they all
think
like this?
I think they're all definitely like this. Also, I feel like I just woke up. I wonder what the podcast would be like if I was not because every time it's like I just woke up.
Yeah, that's
Like
true. Maybe you'd be more on or something.
I feel like
You'd be able to like
I'd
take
be
me down right now.
so much more on.
Take me to task.
I just wish I would know what that was like. I guess when I come to London, we'll record one and we'll see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Tired.
Well, not as tired
The
as
aliens kept me up all night.
yeah, clearly. Not as tired as Sandrine Bonnaire in Vagabond, because roaming
Why?
around on your feet all day doing that kind of stuff must be quite tiring, huh? How's that segue?
It was great. It was really good.
Can you flash your shirt for people now?
Well, give me a goddamn chance to like set it up. Let me do my work.
I tell this tension
Well,
today. There's
actually,
so much
I was
tension today.
I like it. I think it's fun. Well, I was kind of waiting for you to be like, so we're talking about Vagabond, and then you were gonna say starring the effervescent Sandrine Bonnaire, and
Because
then
I always say effervescent.
you always say effervescent, and then I was gonna say, you know what? I wore a shirt for
Okay,
Un
wait, no,
Nos
put it down, put
Amour.
it down, put it down, put it
Ugh,
down. Let's try this. I'll try your script. Okay.
okay.
So today we're talking about Vagabond with the effervescent Sandrine Bonnaire.
You rushed it too much and you didn't say the director's name.
Fuck me. So
Like, do it more
today, what?
natural.
So today, Shay, we're talking about Vagabond, Agnes Varda's 1985 movie starring the effervescent Sandrine Bonnaire.
Yeah,
Any thoughts?
and in honor of her, I wore a shirt for her other film, I Know Some More.
Oh, give us a better little glance at
Do you
that
like
shirt
that
there.
film? Yeah.
Nos
There, look,
amours.
there she is.
Film de Maurice Biela.
Yeah.
Um,
He's on the
yeah, I
back.
mean, Maurice is
Hmm.
being all
Yeah, being an old fucking curmudgeon. It is
grumpy
like a
old
weird
curmudgeon.
choice to like have him on the back.
That is a
It's like
choice.
who is the idea that anyone would see that and be like, "Oh shit, it's Maurice Pila."
Maurice.
Maurice.
Piola, Piola.
Pila. Just crowds
No,
of people behind me.
I like an Osamor. I like PLR,
Pretty good.
for the most
Pretty good
part.
movie. I don't love
Yeah, I'd
it.
like to see it again. I haven't seen it in a long time.
You know what? It's fine.
Yeah, not amazing.
No, it's just thought it'd be funny to say that about like a shirt I have.
It's the one. Yeah,
It's
it's fine. It's
fine.
okay.
It's like whatever.
It'll do.
But that is kind of how I feel about it.
That is funny. Um, so Vagabond. So what's your relationship to Agnes Varda and her movies then, Shay? Maybe let's start there. Because obviously we chose this, or I put it on my list because I'm a big I've seen a lot of Agnes Varda movies, but this is one that whenever comes up, people are like, "Oh, you haven't seen that one? That's strange," because it's one of her bigger ones, I'd suppose, better known ones.
I think she's fucking amazing. I honestly
Mm.
haven't seen a ton of them. Would love
Hmm.
to see more, but every single one I watch, I'm like, God damn. I really like her style of filmmaking because I feel like
Hmm.
it's not super like plot driven. It's kind of like, I mean, she makes a lot of documentaries. What are you looking at? Are you listening?
And yeah, I'm listening. She makes documentaries. I'm just getting her page up. I just want to look at her movies.
Um, and she has like a very feminine style of filmmaking that I feel like is more like naturalistic and I don't know, I just find them like very easy to watch and
Hmm.
she focuses on things that I'm really interested in.
Hmm.
Um, I saw daguerreotypes and that was like really beautiful to me and
That's the
like
one about the street that she lives on, right?
yeah, and it's just like little portraits of like the different people on the street, like the bread
Yeah, yeah,
maker
yeah,
and the laundry guy. And it's very, very sweet.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Love that
it's
one.
the kind of movie I could see myself making. And
Oh,
yeah, I find her very inspiring.
oh,
Um,
like the Shay.
yeah. And
Do you want to make?
I
You should make a Portland daguerreotypes.
I would love to, honestly. But
I was about to ask you what street you live on, but don't give out that information.
yeah, I live on yeah, that actually is the street I live on. I shouldn't say that. Um, I was like trying to make a joke and I just said the actual street. So I guess I have to bleep that out.
Yeah, please do.
Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I love her. And I also had not seen this, and I was telling you the other day that I lie and say I've said it to people, but I haven't. I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
it,
of course
but I
you did say
haven't
that.
seen it.
That's
I'd said that
funny.
to you, it was 2 a.m. and I was spilling. I shouldn't have said that. That's my
Oh yeah,
secret.
we had a very late night phone call the other day, didn't we?
Couldn't sleep.
Couldn't sleep. I had to
I had
sing
a
Shay a little lullaby.
You did. I had a Red Bull at like 11 p.m. I
Well, you're
don't
your own worst enemy, aren't you, Shay?
big time.
Mm,
Big time.
Lit. You know
Anyways,
that song
what's
by
you
Lit, My Own Worst
no.
Enemy?
No.
It's a great track. Put that on the
Yeah,
outro.
sure it is. What is your history with Agnes Varda?
Agnes Varda is someone who was, again, quite important in my discovery of films. I loved her film. Can you hear me clicking my pen? I should stop that.
No, I cannot.
Um, she's someone I latched
I love
onto
that
quite early
pen.
on. It's a great pen, isn't it? It's the little doggy and the tail.
I just
And
remembered that pen. It was making me smile.
oh, so
Aw.
cute.
Let's make that our album art. Let's change our podcast cover to that.
We might get sued by Kenji.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe that's the name of the dog. Anyway, she is someone who meant a lot to me as a
The dog's
teenager.
gonna sue you.
Yeah, take me to dog court. It's like a B movie type situation.
We should make that movie.
He's got like special guest witnesses comes in. It's Scooby Doo.
I can do a pretty good Shaggy, by the way.
I could do a good Scooby.
Whoa! Okay, we'll do that
Okay,
sometime.
we'll do that another day. Um,
Maybe when I come
so
to London.
yeah, yeah, that's a great idea. Um, So yeah, her films meant a lot to me. I had Vagabond on video, in fact. I bought it there used to be this really great market in Brighton where this guy sold really just like, you know, art house videos for £1 a pop.
That's very
And
cool.
I got The Holy Mountain from him. I got Vagabond from him. I got Stalker from him. Like I got so many of these like
That's
incredible
so cool.
movies
Do you still
for a
have
pound
them?
each. Yeah, I do. Yeah, at my parents' house, I think they're in their
Do you
storage
have a
there.
VHS player at
I
your house?
found one. I do at my Brighton house, and I actually
Mm.
found one on the street not that long ago. Here,
Ooh,
so
and
I
it
do have one
works?
over there. Yeah, I'm just missing a cable. I just need to buy the cable.
I'm looking at a picture of Jacob Elordi. He looks so beautiful.
What are you doing? What are you doing that for? I'm talking about Agnes Varda.
Makes me
Um,
happy. Keeps me on.
so I've seen a lot of her films, and back when Mubi was good in like 2012, 2013, when I started using that, it used to have like a big catalog. I know it has a catalog now, but then it went to one film a day and now back to a catalog. But
Yeah.
lots of their catalog was made up of her shorts and stuff as well. So I saw loads of her shorts when I was getting into films too. And Cleo was a big movie for me as well. And her documentaries, especially, are ones that I really hold close to my heart. Like Murmurs is one of my favorites. I love that movie so much. The Gleaners and I, also another one of
Mm,
my
I just saw
favorites.
that in theaters recently.
I love her documentary style is really what sits better with me than her fiction filmmaking as a whole, I think.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
having said that, I do love like La Bonheur and Cleo. Um but
Yep.
there's a couple of hers I've seen that have not really hit for me. Uh Although there is one incredible one, which is the one that she made in LA. Have you seen that one?
No.
Documentaire. It's
No.
her and Jacques Demy moved to LA for a bit, basically. Um and she just made this incredible like LA movie. It's just like such a
Mm.
quintessential LA movie, but from a from a French perspective. And he's got his version of that, which is Model Shop, which is his LA movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is also um
They were married. Did we say that?
they were married. I didn't
They were
say that, no.
lovers.
But she also made another LA movie in '69 called like Lion's Love, I think it's called, which is not good. But um
What an
maybe that's just me.
iconic duo.
Well, an absolutely iconic tuna. Um, so Vagabond was sort of like the biggest one that I hadn't seen, you know? So,
Big time.
um,
I keep saying big
uh,
time. Oh fuck, I made us really small.
and I don't know what it was about it that made me never really want to watch it. I feel like it always looked a little bit maybe more depressing than her other
You're like,
movies.
I don't like homeless people.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But Sandrine Bonnaire, I love her as well. So it's just one of those ones that I just never came around to for some reason until today.
Wait, you said you do like Sandrine Bonnaire?
Yeah. So it was another reason where I'm like, why haven't I watched this? You
So
know,
you do think she's effervescent after all.
she's an interesting one, isn't she? Because I don't think she's actually particularly amazing in Vagabond. Like she does embody it pretty well. I do feel like she is someone who got better as she got older. Like I think in the late 80s and in the 90s, her performances for me are a lot more compelling. Like she gets a little really hold of her craft. Like she's in the PLR movie Under the Son of Satan, which is also one of my absolute favorite films, and The Ceremony, the Chabrol
Mm-hmm.
movie, and Secret
Mm-hmm.
Defense, which is a really underrated Jacques Prevet movie. Um,
Hold on, I
I
gotta add some shit to my watch list.
What are those things I just said? Or have you seen some of those?
Uh, n- I've seen the ceremony.
I was gonna say that feels like a very you film, The Ceremony.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels like something you would be really into. And it's like a compliment, man. Like, get a grip.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's nice. That's nice of you.
Uh,
Secret Defense, is that what you said?
yeah, the Jacques Rivette one's
And
so
then what was the
good.
other one?
Um, Under the Son of Satan.
It's like I could do this when I re-listen to this later, but I'm
Under the
not.
Son of Satan is PLR's first reformed. Like that's how I can sell it to you. It's literally it's
I
also
love
based
that.
on Georges Bananos. Whatever. The guy who wrote Diary of a Country Priest, he also wrote a book called
Mm,
Under the Son of Satan. So it was another adaptation. So highly recommend that. It's got that big ugly mean man in it as well.
you know what, Jordan? I love that.
Yep. You love what I just said.
I love what you just said.
Thank you. Um, so Vagabond, yeah, I mean let's dissect it a little bit, I suppose. It's
I mean,
about a woman who's she's a vagabond.
yeah,
Uh,
hey, that's really all you need to know.
she's
Am I
homeless.
like yelling at the top of my lungs?
You're always yelling on this podcast, Shay.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man, you're always yelling.
Do you think I'm a
People
loud
like
person?
only on the podcast. Like for an American, you're actually pretty like low down on the decibels, I think. Um,
For a Midwesterner, people from the Midwest are quite loud. I don't know if you know
yeah,
that.
exactly. You've told me this before is some sort of like you would like to defend yourself. You're like, Midwesterners are actually really loud. Like I'm not
I
like
could be a
that.
lot louder, I'll tell you that much.
So Sandra Benair plays Mona, who is a vagabond of
A
sorts.
vagabond.
She is a homeless woman who travels around France, and it's very cold.
Very cold. And it starts off with her dead in a ditch.
Yeah,
Yikes.
Sandrine Benair found dead in a ditch. Um, what?
Yep. It's just, it's like, I don't know, it's like so and so found dead in her New York apartment. There's just something funny about that.
Um,
Shay Satterley found dead in
and
her Portland apartment.
I don't think I will be laughing if that ever happens.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
that's probably the sweetest thing I've ever said to you, huh?
On the podcast, at least.
Um, so yeah, like you said, the film starts with her being found dead in a ditch, and the film then sort of tracks back and uses some sort of like documentary elements to revisit the last, I guess, few months of her life or so.
Yeah, I
As
really
she,
like how it's like a documentary. Like the little like it's like a talking head, but then like the person they're talking to like walks in.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that a lot.
So yeah, Agnes is coming.
Did I say that too quickly?
No, not at all. Agnes is kind of coming into her that period where she's doing a blend of documentary and fiction quite
Yeah.
visibly and like it's very much on purpose to bring this
Yes.
in because obviously it's based on a real person, right? That's the idea.
I didn't
Um,
know that.
I believe so. Well, you nodded like I was right, but I'm pretty
I was
sure.
just pretending I knew, but I don't know.
Um, I'm gonna look into that because
I have to say I just watched this right before and I did not have a lot of time to do research because
oh my God, same.
you want to watch Love Lies Bleeding, which I don't know why, because I know you're gonna hate it.
Well, because I want to go to the movies with my wife,
Oh yeah? And is Aki
Yeah,
gonna go too?
yeah. Hopefully, if she gets enough work done.
Oh, what's she have to do?
Oh, she makes bleeps and bloops.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She makes music and stuff.
Here's
Um,
here's a Polaroid of Genevieve.
okay.
Well, just for the
Okay.
visual people.
Well, I don't know whether I've made this up that it is based on a particular person. Maybe it's just based on something she read. I don't know. Um, but she
I'm sure there's some
lean
truth in there,
there's probably some truth in there, especially because like she uses all of these real life people from these regions in these roles.
Yes.
And I think, how much I love the use of non-actors. I find it very uh I find them very compelling,
They're way more
Uh
compelling than actors often.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I really praise her for it in this movie. I think it it works best when you're watching these
What do you
non-actors do
think
their
of
thing.
like Nomadland? I just realized that's like a very similar movie.
Yeah, Nomadland. I don't really like Nomadland. I don't think it really works. I found it kind of tedious. But yeah, you can see this film's influence on
Yeah,
a lot of things that come afterwards. Even in small bits, like the way it opens is really similar to how that movie First Cow opens. Did you see that?
I
The Kelly
actually did
Reichardt
not
one?
see that. No.
Really similar opening to the movie where I was like, oh, that feels very much like a direct reference, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting
Um,
because like we had talked about Passages recently, not
mhm,
recently, like
mhm.
months ago, but then I watched The Mother and the Whore and I was like, this is just lifted. That movie's just lifted from this.
Wow. Okay. So I need to watch The Mother and the Whore. I
Even
still haven't
little
seen it.
like moments from Passages are like identical. Yeah, you do need to watch
Hmm.
it. It was really great. I really liked it. It's on
I guess
Criterion.
I'll, yeah, I guess I'll add it to my blind spots.
Ooh, well, you did actually. I think it's in there.
Oh, did I? That's funny. Um, so yeah, the film kind of is quite episodic following her.
Hmm. Good word. Good word for this movie.
It's a very episodic movie.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
say so.
and we're often sort of encountering someone who seems to be unrelated to the plot, and then we see them recall their memory of her. So it's just sort of like it fades to these
Yeah.
memories, and it's just sort of a recollections of her life from different perspectives. It's kind of like an unknowable woman who has kind of had some sort of impact, small or large, on a number of people in this short period of time, you know?
Yeah, the format is kind of, isn't it kind of like you see like the little talking head of a person and then we
Hmm.
kind of see they're talking about her and then it like goes to their interaction with her.
Yes, exactly. Um, which again is like it's an interesting um way to structure a film. I think
Yeah.
it surprises me that this is one of her more um I guess successful or like acclaimed movies just
Yeah,
because it
I
is a little
agree.
bit uh I think it's a little bit off-putting maybe in the way it's made and structured and everything.
The structure is
Uh,
really non-traditional and
mm,
it's a
mm.
really like just kind of low-key film. I'm surprised. I'm surprised too that it's so popular. I like that though. It's very cool.
Yeah, I like that for it.
I like that for it. I'm happy for
I'm
it.
happy for it as well. Um,
I'm so hungry.
you didn't have your breakfast yet. What time are you on?
9:30.
Damn, you're up so early. I'm so proud of you.
I know.
I
I
had a
have
nap
been
already
waking up
today.
quite late.
Oh
It's
yeah.
been bad. I've been going to bed really late. I stayed up till 8 a.m. recently and it has fucked me up.
Well, I hope we've course corrected you today.
Oh, God, me too.
Um, so this film gives off the energy, at least, that this is kind of based on, if not a singular real person, like something realist. What are you smiling at?
Just like you justifying saying that it's based on a real person over and over. I feel like it's based on a real person.
Well, I think because she leans into the documentary aspects and all these kind of things, it gives
Yeah,
the air of that at least.
absolutely.
And it's sort of about immortalizing this character who, comes across as stubborn and
Yeah.
unlikable in many ways. And she is,
Brazen, brash.
yes, very much so. And sometimes rightly so, and sometimes, in theory, I guess wrongly so. But like, who's to
Well,
say?
she
Like,
just like she does not engage in society. And I feel like
mm,
whatever like niceties or like I saw someone pointing out she never says thank you and never asks for anything. Like
yeah,
those all feel like very societal and she just like doesn't
yes.
engage in any of that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And again, that kind of makes me kind of surprised how well received this film is as well, because I think a lot of people would be kind of put off by that stark of a sort of like main character that you're following this whole time. Um,
Yeah, she's not very likable, really.
mm.
She's pretty disgusting. Dude, her teeth. Ooh.
Yeah, how they do that?
Fucking gross. I don't know, but it looked good.
Yeah.
Looked
Um,
good in the sense that it looked horrifyingly bad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know, this is, as you said, she has a very female lens of filmmaking, and as stupid as maybe that and reductive as that sounds, like I think there is like a truth to that. Like her films are always about a woman's place in society, and
Hmm.
you know, this would be a very different film and a very different experience if it was about a man who did the same thing, you know?
Yeah,
Like the
absolutely.
amount of times like a woman's body is used transactionally in this film, um, or um a man views her as immoral, but you know, they're the ones who are actually, you know, being immoral in the situation in theory, you know?
Yeah, also
Um,
I think just like the underlying like danger or feeling of danger if you're just
hmm.
like going around alone and making yourself vulnerable to like strangers
Yeah, absolutely.
as a woman.
Um, hmm.
As a woman.
As a woman.
Not something you
And
would
I
understand.
I think
I didn't know that the name of this movie what was. I'm like the translation is without roof nor law.
yeah, which is like a pun of sort, not a pun, but like a play on a different phrase or something.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
I think it's something that doesn't really quite translate to English, which is why it's just called Vagabond in English. Kind of like Celine and Julie Go Boating has more connotations in French than it does in English.
No, I didn't know that either, and I should probably know that.
Celine and Julie Go Boating, I think, is a reference to like either like a child's nursery rhyme or a story or something that
Oh,
like would make
that's
more
cute.
sense to a French person, I guess.
That's
Um,
cute. I bet French people
mhm.
who have heard of our podcast that maybe they think we're referring to that.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good
Maybe you
point.
know my French roommate from Paris,
Mm.
Alice.
Does she listen?
No, but maybe she's seen me probably maybe she but maybe
Probably
she's
seen
seen
you
me put
post about it, I guess, yeah.
exactly. And she's like,
Oh, he's posting on you.
"Oh yeah, I always be posting."
Postmates. I didn't know how to get the sponsor in this time, so I just said out
Yeah, it
loud.
was great. That was really interesting.
Sometimes you just got to be direct, you know.
Thank you, by the way,
Um,
Postmates, for being there
Thank
for
you,
us.
Postmates. I don't even really know what Postmates is, Shay. I'm not gonna
Do you
lie to
really
you. Is
not?
it?
Is that not in
We
England?
don't
Oh,
have it here,
you
no.
have Deliveroo.
Oh, is it like that? It's just a delivery
Mm-hmm.
service. Okay, fair enough. You don't have Deliveroo over there, huh?
Not at all.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna Google who owns Postmates. Shay, so what did you think of the movie?
I uh I liked it a lot. I mean, it's a pretty much a bummer. I felt bummed out afterwards.
Yeah, it's owned by Uber, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, I think I
Um,
did know that.
yeah, it is a bummer of a movie, huh? Very depressing.
But
Um,
I thought I liked it. I thought it was an interesting kind of allegory for life, I guess. You kind of just like I mean, there's like you kind of just like go through and all the like good things happen to you, bad things happen to you, and then you die.
it is true, and like I think I just in theory I like this film a lot more than I do in practice. Like
Mm,
talking about it, I found far more interesting than watching it. Like I didn't feel that engaged by it.
I agree
It
with
brought
that.
up interesting things in my mind, but I was sort of having more fun thinking about those things than actually watching the film itself.
I
And there
felt
were
that
some
same
stylistic
way.
choices I found really off-putting and annoying, and some side characters I found kind of annoying, like the woman who talks directly to camera, you know?
I agree with that. I completely agree with all of that.
That was just kind of corny.
And she wasn't a very good actress, and she was
No.
just kind of annoying to me.
She was
Yeah, I
very
think
of a certain ilk of French actress, I think. Like that I don't
yeah,
really dig.
she looked familiar.
Yeah, she did look familiar.
Yeah, I agree. I felt of pretty detached from the movie, but I couldn't tell if that's because I watched the first hour at the gym and there was Crazy Frog I could hear in my headphones.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh, she's in Amelie as well. That's why.
That makes sense.
She's got such a Emily face. Like, you know what I mean?
She's in the Emily School of Acting.
Yeah, exactly. Genuinely though, like that type of French acting that's in those Jean-Pierre Jeunet movies, that's what I kind of got off of her, and I was like, ooh, I
Yeah,
don't like
it's a
it.
little, it's like theater
Yeah, yeah,
acting.
yeah.
Um,
Really, really didn't like that. Took me right out of the movie anytime she was there.
I completely agree. Her talking to camera is
Mm.
like, oh God. Um, yeah, and I think I felt a little detached and not super engaged, but yeah, I
Mm.
agree. It brought up some interesting ideas
Hmm.
and thoughts. Like I think like attachment versus non-attachment, like, the people she encounters have like families and people who care about them, and they have jobs and things that keep them tied down. She doesn't have
Hmm.
that, and in a way she's
Yeah.
free. And a lot of people like envy her freedom,
Mm.
but also she doesn't like have people, and she doesn't have a lot of control over her life.
Mm. Hmm.
Did you hear that noise I just made? Made it weird. It was like
Yeah,
thought,
absolutely.
yeah. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's very well put, Shay.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're waking up.
Waking up, becoming
Um,
what's the word? Conscious? That's not the word I
okay,
was
it
looking
seems
for.
like
Oh,
maybe you're not quite as
enlightened. That was the word.
awake as we thought you were.
I immediately can't think of a basic word. Uh,
Um, so this doesn't really rate for me amongst Varda's work particularly highly, like just because of those sort of wonkier aspects of it that I didn't really gel with. But you know, I mean, Sandra Bernard, like, she's great. She's really,
she
really
is
great.
effervescent, you have to say.
She's effervescent. Yeah, you must admit, you know. Um, but
What time is your movie?
um, well, the adverts start in 5 minutes.
Oh,
But the
fuck.
film itself will start in 2025, but it's fine. I live next door to the place. It's fine. I don't need to see the adverts.
I don't like that
Just
you're
leaving a big
rushed.
gap there. I'm not
Yeah, I
rushed. I
don't.
don't feel
All
rushed.
right, all right.
I'm fine. Do you feel rushed? I don't think I've rushed through the podcast.
Yeah, but
Do you feel
I've been fucking around.
you've been fucking around? How so?
Hmm. Meaning like I've
Looking at pictures of Jacob Elordi,
that's
leaving
not
big
fucking
gaps of
around.
silence.
No, people love the gaps.
It makes them check their phone to see if it's paused. They're like, "Fuck! Oh shit! My
I
headphones have run
think
out of battery."
I think it's a breath of fresh air, you know. They're like a little mindfulness pause. Um,
Hmm.
I love you, Jacob Elordi. Now you made me pull the picture back up.
Jesus Christ, man.
He looks so pretty.
Oh my God. Do you hear about these Drake and Kendrick diss tracks?
Yeah, I'm a little tired of hearing about it.
I'm joking. I have no idea. I only heard earlier Aki told me about it, but I didn't really
Oh,
understand what she was saying. You
yeah,
know I'm not on the internet, Shay.
I'm getting like more like increasingly irritated with that culture. And like the Met Gala happened, and I was like seeing like videos of the celebrities interacting. It was just like making me grossed out. Blech.
Yeah.
Just I don't want
Mm,
to I don't want to see their just be in movies, and I don't want to see you as a real
yeah.
person.
I 100% agree,
It's not
but
my business.
that's the way the world has gone now, and it's very difficult to be a Terrence Malick type in the industry.
Yeah, I would love if for all celebrities, the only videos we have of them is them like line dancing in 2003.
Yeah, or being accosted by TMZ and running away. Did you ever see that one?
Yes. I don't know, but we love you, Terrence Malick.
We love you, Terrence
Is
Malick.
the point?
You're the real deal.
You are the real deal. Never change.
Never change, my man. Never change. And never stop making movies,
Hmm. That's our
despite what the people say. Do you remember people were coming down hard on him for a couple years there? It was kind of fucked up.
like for like song to song era.
Song to Song and Night of Cups and that kind of era. Yeah, it was like, chill out, let him make his movies, man.
I agree. I like his later stuff. I mean, song to song was just okay, but I like Night of
Yeah,
Cups.
Song to Song's not good, but Yeah, Night Cops is amazing. I love Night Cops. Just let him do his shtick. Like he wasn't making movies for ages. Like, and then he's back, and now you're mad. What's this?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Leave Terry
Hey,
alone.
wake up. His movies are good. Um,
um,
they all find her revolting, but are also envious of her and relate to her. I wrote that.
yeah, this is true. Absolutely. They're like, oh, she's so stinky, but she is, she has her philosophy, which is very interesting. And I find, she engages people in that, and they're like, well, but she's not like spouting any philosophy. She just is.
She just
Um,
is. Yeah.
and yeah, like I said, this is just like in theory, this movie is so, so interesting. But in practice, I'm just like,
Yeah, there weren't like I think like there weren't a lot of very good scenes really. I think the opening is cool. I like when she laughs with the old lady. It
oh,
made me
that was great.
cry.
Yeah, that was really, really sweet. That was very moving. Yeah.
Um, and then the ending I think is really good. That made me cry
Mm.
too. But yeah, I think a lot of the scenes just don't have a lot of like life in them or something.
Yeah, there's not enough like juice there, but that's okay.
I like I think Sandrine is good though.
Sandrine's great.
I respect the movie,
Yeah, I
but
respect it more than I like it.
I was definitely bored
Mm.
as I was in the gym hearing Crazy Frog in my headphones.
So Shay, this is
Yeah,
exciting. This is an exciting new development for the pod, I think, and I think I'm very excited to see what's on your list. And maybe next week we do another crossover blind spot, maybe, or
sure. We'll see
we'll
see
see.
how
We'll
we
see what
feel.
happens.
We'll talk about it. Um, I like that we kind of just don't give a fuck anymore and we're just like doing what we want,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what
Who
we
cares
want.
about this rigid structure of linking movies? Maybe we'll get back
Fuck
to that. Who
that.
knows? But
Maybe.
either way, we just like to talk about movies.
I like
And
just following our curiosity.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
My favorite
The
things.
Film Curiosity Podcast. Maybe we rebrand at some point.
Stay curious.
Stay curious. That's great. Stay curious. And Nari's attacking a fly right now. My cat.
That's cool.
Good for her, right?
Good for her.
Um, any good movies you watched this week, or anything of note
Well,
of culture to share with the world?
I mm.
I watched that Jerry Seinfeld movie.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you like the Mad Men part?
I haven't seen Mad Men, so it didn't really resonate.
Whoa. Mad Men is my
Um,
favorite show of all
I
time.
know, I know. Maybe I'll watch it soon.
Would you ever watch it,
Yeah,
please?
I might. Um,
Um,
yeah, I didn't. It was pretty terrible. I mean, it was better. Issa was right. It is better than Barbie,
I love
but
that.
it's got more. I laughed more times than I laughed watching that movie. But it's not really a film. Well, how a Netflix film just sometimes you're just like, this isn't actually a film. This is just like an expensive advert or something.
Oh, absolutely. And is that how
Yeah.
that felt?
Yeah, 100%. Like it doesn't matter what's happening. The only thing that you're there for, at least for me, is the jokes. Um, and half of them are pretty bad, and there's about three really good ones, 17 okay ones, 30 bad ones, something like that.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
funny
actually
because
like make notes, but
I was watching just regular old Seinfeld last night and I was like,
mm,
holy fuck. This show is so fucking good.
yeah, like
I
every
was
joke
just
in that
like
show is amazing.
dying the whole time. I hadn't watched in years, so I was just like, wow, wow, wow.
Actual
So
gold.
it's like just watch Seinfeld or
Yeah,
Curb.
just watch Seinfeld, honestly, yeah.
Um, I went to a party on Friday and they had like this beautiful shrimp tower. Are you like trying to rush out?
I
I have
love
something to
shrimp.
say. Do you?
No, 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 you're good.
Um, it was like with the like hottest, sexiest people. It was one of those parties, like very intimidating, well
Mm,
dressed, sexy
mm.
people. And I like smoked a cigarette outside. I was like bumming a cigarette off these boys, and it was like American Spirits. Do you
Very,
have
very
those?
Mona of you. Yeah, we do, yeah.
And those are like fucking strong. I smoke
Mm,
Marlboro Gold if I ever smoke. And
mm.
so I smoked it and I just felt immediately like so fucking sick. So I like went in the party and like sat down and like put my head in my hands. I was like, ugh, felt horrible. And then I went to the bathroom, and in the bathroom there's like a bunch of beers. That's like where the beer
Hmm.
was. Go to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a shit. Maybe that'll make me feel better, you know? So I do it, I do my business, and then the toilet's like not flushing. And it was like
Uh-oh.
so terrifying. So then I'm
Oh
like
God.
trying to plunge the toilet. I'm like sweating. I'm like, "Ugh," and I'm like doing it for so long. And I like hear people outside, like, I'm waiting for the bathroom, you know? And I'm like, ugh. So I just like plunge it to the point of like, you can kind of tell that like I didn't, doesn't seem like I pooped. And then I like leave. And I'm like, the toilet's not flushing to all the people waiting. And then I like tell the host who I like, by the way, barely know. And she's like, tell this other person. And that person's like, I'm not worried about it. So then I just like had to go and pretend it didn't happen. It was very embarrassing.
Wow. That was such a good story that you should cut that here, pop it at the beginning, and replace your boring dream story.
Yeah, I know. I forgot I should tell that story because it's pretty good.
That is a good one. I liked it. Uh, so we'll be back next week with, or maybe not next week. I'll talk to you about that. With
Why?
well, I'm in
Why?
Germany, so I might have
Ooh,
to,
that's fun.
yeah, I'm going to see Issa's fam, but I might be able to do it still. Um,
You could bring your microphone, maybe.
yeah, I could just bring my microphone.
Or,
Um,
I mean, honestly, you could record from your laptop. I don't think the audio is that bad.
yeah, fair enough. Um, but yeah, so this was a great app, very interesting talking about a blind spot. It's nice to tick it. It feels good to tick it off the list.
I feel like way better. I feel like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm on cloud nine right now that I've seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It's like taking a big dump. You're just
Plus,
still relieved.
big dump at a party where you clog the toilet.
Yeah. You said
I'm
N
just
plus.
well, I was gonna say I don't really have to live in a lie anymore to all the people I said I had seen this
Yeah,
movie
that's
to.
so true.
What a
That's
relief.
so true. What a relief.
I have to take a
Okay.
piss.
Okay, I have to go to a movie. So thanks for everyone for listening. Uh, watch along and build the
Join us on our
curiosity with
journey,
us.
listen along, and build the curiosity with us.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Goodbye, people.